But I do think innovation, or sorry, SOS, excuse me, is really innovative in how he approaches RTS, because he seems to just sort of get it better than everybody else. And that's why those base trade situations, which usually are the hardest moments in StarCraft, because everything is completely
You can't
unique.
practice those, basically. So it's like kind of a lot of the most creative stuff comes out in base trades, where your economy dries up and like you're left with something random against something random.
Yeah, and you have to make a bunch of very important decisions very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Or you can completely lose control of the game. Innovation, excuse me, I keep saying innovation. SOS, I'm going to text him, give me another coffee, man. I'm getting tired here. I'm like getting all
Hot
over the
6,
place.
bro, we got a bunch of it right in front of us.
I think I might actually steal one of these.
Yeah, you should.
But SOS absolutely just clutches that.
Yeah. He does go for a pretty quick oracle here, and he sees what's going on. It is an in-base command center into 3 barracks, right, with 2 tech labs. So that's like a lot of information that he just gained.
Well, we saw an adept shade a second ago, but the fact that SOS isn't moving at all after all this praise we gave him, I'm worried he's just going to get mowed down here.
Yeah.
At his 3rd base. Now Blink is going to finish as this attack happens. Hold on. Okay, I thought he was going to go try to go under.
Let's see when he goes for the shields.
Yeah. Now there's the stim. The Marines can sort of filter their way through here. Stutter stepping forward, taking out.
He's got the shield battery, and the Blink is done.
The problem, though, is that with no medevac here, there's no way to pick up. And I got to say, actually, that was handled very well by SOS. Okay.
No, he killed
a nod to him there.
Well, the force field's on the high ground. You basically need your entire force to be fighting. Like, his force was stronger than SOS's, so SOS cut it in half while it came up the ramp. And the rest is history. So never mind. I guess the quick 3rd was brilliant.
Yeah, it worked out perfectly. He held it. And, of course, Terran, even though Marines are sort of expendable, you're giving up a lot of assets as far as mass later on. You can see that Protoss thought about blinking in there but decided not to.
Be careful about that. Don't want to throw units away. The production of ByuN's still very high. All right, charge, robo, forge all in the way.
Yeah.
I mean, after holding that initial push with an opener like what ByuN has shown us here, this feels like such an easy finish for SOS, doesn't it?
There's no 3rd base here for Terran. Does Terran want to pull SCVs?
Okay, Tasteless, this feels to me like SOS is trying to win too hard. Like, I feel like holding this attack is winning, yet he's doing a counterattack at the same time.
Yeah, no, I think this is almost a win more move where you don't need to actually, you just need to win. You don't need to win more.
Okay, throws down some force fields. He's just buying time. Has a Colossus out now.
Yeah, the Colossus is going to be over here soon. There is some batteries here that will allow for some recharging here. Now these SCVs are going to get shredded. The Colossus should be able to come up here. I mean, I don't see that many Tier 1 units right now for Protoss, but the number of force fields does seem to be enough of a threat.
His overcharge is going to be used up. His force fields are gone, and there's a lot of Marauders left over here, Tasteless.
Yeah, there are a lot of Marauders, but there are also Zealots warping in here that can tank some of the shots. I don't know. I've got some questions about this game overall here. I mean, it seems like the Zealots could have been used to hold this back. Terran's expanding while taking a very late 3rd as well, which doesn't seem to be that good either. I almost feel like Terran should have just pulled SCVs and not taken a CC if he wanted to really try to win with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get you. I don't like the strategy choice in general from ByuN, and you almost never see this type of strategy choice, the 3 racks, right?
It seems like an older way to play the game, honestly.
Oh, it certainly
Theory-wise, even.
And even back then, it wasn't doing that well, but
yeah.
I feel like SOS gave him a couple opportunities where, you know, it was like, oh, maybe this is a good thing for ByuN, right? The quick 3rd, and then a bunch of Zealots leaving his army, but SOS is just holding on. Like, kudos to him, right? These look like situations where ByuN's build should be favored, yet it's turning out not to be the case.
Okay. The Zealots are coming through here again. This counterattack is really straining ByuN. I feel like ByuN is really almost finished here. He has an army that's a threat. His economy, though, is in shambles. Ooh. Really good kiting there. And will he be able to get out? Oh!
Yeah, picking off a huge chunk of that army.
But I think from here, you just defend the counterattack. 14 SCVs were killed. Keep in mind there were more SCVs killed with the Zealot counter. But maybe Protoss lost enough that this army is flimsy enough. Maybe it dies to this counterattack?
Maybe. Holding my breath right now. All right, some more Zealots going for the harassment.
Just right-clicked over there.
Oh,
nice control!
How did that thing live?
Every volley from the Colossus is huge, so keeping that other Colossus alive, recharging its shields is key.
Overcharge, just brutal against ByuN right there.
Oh, yeah. Nice tagging there of the mine. He's going to pick up and I guess try to drop somewhere else, but I think this can get caught.
I think this is ByuN's last-ditch effort.
Yeah, he's going to try, but there's just too much meaty Protoss army to come through.
I think that's it. I think we'll see GG. Well,
it's
that
ByuN,
being
dude.
said, it is ByuN. Yeah, you're right. And he does
They did a 23andMe, and he has a lot of Marine King DNA in it. And so,
yeah. It's like, oh, your heritage is South Korean. That lines up with Marine King.
no, it's just a special graph. This is Marine King. He's like, oh, that's why I'm so like this.
Yeah.
Okay. They have a push coming here. And again, I feel like ByuN is so close to just being out here in game one. But let's see if he can't maybe control his way through this. That's a lot of splash with the two Archons and the Colossi here.
The tanking of the Archon's just so tough to kite through. Zealots with that little flank. GG. I want to talk about strategically what he's done this time. So he set up with the first 2 games with 3 barracks in main base. This time he's gone 1 barracks into a 3rd command. So this is like, he's playing his image so well here.
Well, it's smart. This is an idea that you specifically can only use in tournaments where you're playing, you know, several games in a row. It's called starting build order ambiguity, right? Like from the Protoss's perspective, it looks like the same thing's happening, but each time something different comes from it.
Yeah. Well, especially when you set him up by doing the same thing twice, and then it's just like, okay, is this just what he does? And then you do something that looks exactly like it. So they're like, I mean, I think it's that.
This feels exactly like our last game.
Like, he has no intel as of yet as to what it is. But, you know, when he does figure it out, it's like, oh, damn, his 3rd command center is much quicker than my 3rd Nexus.
Yeah, and here are 2 forges. No doubt we're going to have 1-1 there. There it is, getting chronoed out. Yeah, maybe there's some kind of an SCV timing. I'm not totally sure.
I don't think that there is. It doesn't feel like it. We'll see what ByuN's plan is here. He started +1 armor, so it makes me kind of believe that he's going to play a bigger game. He has 2 medevacs actually flying out way to the side. Looks like those are going to go for the main base. The rest of his forces headed towards the 3rd.
Okay, pressure over here at the bottom. This is going to be an attack in 2 different locations. Can SOS have the balancing act that's correct to hold this? Oh, actually, he might just go for a flank.
Wow, that would work out perfectly.
Yeah, that would actually be really good. Oh, this is so smart if he can actually get this building.
Oh my god, is he going to get the Robo? Okay. He starts healing it, but at the last second only loses a handful of units.
That's
like
pretty
6
crazy.
Marines to kill the Robo.
It's fortunate that the medevac that had everything in it actually got away, because that could have completely backfired. He's going to heal up now in the green. Now with 2 Colossi, that's enough to melt a Marine majority army, which is what this is, as you can see here.
He's actually adding 2 Robos behind to catch up to where he wants to be Robo-wise.
Okay, an attack here in the middle. He's got to be careful. You cannot eat too many Colossi shots. So back up, heal up. Now the Observer was killed, so he might be able to pick up and maybe even dive in the main on top of the forges.
Oh yeah, maybe.
But there's also this big Zealot counterattack that's coming here. Oh, good hallucinated Phoenix.
He does have 5 racks production. He's reinforcing, though. So if he does not let a couple rounds stay at home, those Zealots are going to do huge damage.
Yeah.
You can't just defend those with, like, 5 racks only with 1 round.
Another Robo finishes over here. Just too many batteries. Oh, man, that's a lot of damage on those SCVs. An attack over here. It looks
picks
like
off a Colossus with it.
Depending on the targeting, I don't think there's any way that he can actually kill that Nexus. Oh, wow. Big attack over here. Takes out the Robo. Takes out the cannon.
Wow. Look at that. Taking down the shield batteries as well. The overcharged one. And SOS is going to lose everything here.
ByuN just slamming his way through this fight. It looked for a while like SOS was in control of this game, especially with the Zealot counterplay, but now the tech has been reset.
Just some great maneuvering from ByuN. He did take a bunch of counter damage, but the amount of damage he just dealt there felt very, very good. Well, you know, I guess he didn't actually get rid of either Nexus, though. The probe count's still reasonable. The attack is not done. There's no splash damage. Yeah.
GG. Damn, ByuN. I'm going back and forth. Oh, look at you, double barracks, man.
Well, if he's going double, he's probably going triple.
Wow.
Right?
I think so.
Or it could be like a 2-on-1.
There it is.
There it is, triple barracks. Okay, this is really not what I expected, man. Really not what I expected. Huh.
A lot to work with.
Oh, man.
Over time.
He comes in from an angle he does not suspect.
Take that, battery. Oh my god, he's just diving right on top.
Well, that overcharge is doing all right. He targets that down, which was quite smart.
I don't think this is enough. I think you could just kind of back away with the Stalkers, and over time, this is just going to get melted.
And ByuN actually just gave the little head-to-the-side shake of disappointment.
Yeah.
But he came in, like, basically undetected. So how could that have actually gone better?
It makes me wonder if this is a completely obsolete way to play. You know, this can be shot down, and ByuN's going to be with even less units, or it might do an unrecoverable amount of damage.
Oh, there's a cannon up here, which means he's in trouble. SOS, that is.
Yep. Cannon. Stalker's coming back, but I think that he can actually... Well, maybe he can't fight this quite.
Don't forget there's another group of units outside.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to come at the mouth of this base.
Oh, the Colossus pops out exactly as he gets up there.
It was like a jump scare.
Yeah. It's pretty much what it is for Terran. He's like, oh, I can maybe fight these few gateway units. Then the Colossus pops out. He's like, oh, no. Not at all.
So, +1's about to finish. SOS seems to be untouchable for the time being.
This is a funny little fight. You like blocking Reapers, huh? How do you like this?
Okay, Gateway's now gone.
What? What? What?
Really? Is this going to work? I actually forgot to keep casting.
That was
when I was
half
watching
full.
that. My jaw was
I was like,
dropped.
there's no way he does this.
Yeah.
It's right in his face.
Well, the Stalkers are all gone.
Yeah, well, almost.
Almost.
Slow Zealots coming up for the revenge.
He's going to pick up and back out. The third base is about, actually halfway finished here.
Huh.
Very late third base from ByuN.
Well, he has a decent amount more army supply.
Okay,
oh,
nice
my
pickups
God.
there.
Oh, he
sees it. Is he ready, though? I mean, it's not quite enough Stalkers to really shoot this down.
He has Zealots under it, though, so it's like, even if you don't shoot it down, they just shred anything that comes out.
ByuN is looking for an opening. It doesn't seem like SOS is going to give it to him.
Yeah, especially considering he keeps flying over observers.
Yeah.
There's actually a shadow on ByuN's face right now that makes him look like he has a black eye. Got that from SOS's game.
Yeah. So we're seeing ByuN continue to try to build up some kind of a position where he can actually come in and do the damage. But honestly, SOS has swatted down every attack with ease.
ByuN even had some cool moments. And, you know, his SCV count is pretty good. He's got his third base up. He's continuing upgrades. But SOS has double forge, DTs, going blink for DTs. Fourth Nexus. It does seem very good for SOS. Oh, man. That's bad news.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, God.
Big attack coming in here now. Some force fields not really blocking that out so much. Again, though, 3 Colossi is a real threat, especially when the Marines are in the front like this. A big warp in here in the main. I don't see very much to stop this.
Look at this. He's fighting with a few SCVs there, just running around. You almost see the look on his face. DT's in here as well.
Yeah, you know, SOS played his hand very well. He was patient. He defended. And now there's Warpins here doing so much damage. I mean, 30 SCVs killed, and you have to imagine a push from Protoss is inevitable.
Well, push or no push, like SOS is in a pretty darn good spot.
No, I think there's definitely.
Did we miss him killing the 4th Nexus?
Well, there was a lot happening back
There's
there.
no 4th Nexus now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yundini over here made that Nexus disappear.
Well, it's reappearing now at the top left. But, you know, we know how this magic show works. That's not the same Nexus.
It's mirrors.
Yeah, it's shadows and mirrors, my friend. He actually does manage to blink through. Run! Oh, a pickup here. I don't know that he's going to see that. He may end up actually going through the Stalkers, though.
This, I like the idea, though, right? You got to make a big move.
Right.
Big games require big moves.
5.
Oh, that's not going to work.
There's too much down here.
Yeah, this is going to buy enough time.
Completely manageable here by the Protoss. I think ByuN is almost out of options. He's actually feeding into the Protoss here. Damn.
But what else are you supposed to do? How else are you going to win this game if you're not taking those shots?
Well, that's right. You got to take risks. You can't be conservative and expect to come back here. But it just does seem like this is a game where, you know, ByuN is really running out of options. It seems like he's painted himself into a corner. The aggressive play, you know, when it works, you win. But if you don't, then you're further and further behind. And here's that push I was saying was eventually going to come here. There's not enough to, I think, counterattack effectively here for Terran. Although we see him trying to do that. We'll find out if there's actually anything up here.
Well, if it's scary, he can always recall as well.
Yeah, that's true. Well, there's a lot of Zealots coming down here.
Well, this will slow it at least.
Yeah, I think what he can do is pick off the 3rd base. I mean, the Protoss can pick off the Terran's 3rd base here. Ooh, he's kind of all over the place here. And then if he picks that off, he can then recall back here.
ByuN actually, he traded well against the Zealots with those mines and some fancy Marauder micro. Taking out the Dark Shrine definitely has been giving him headaches, but how do you remove this army?
Well, that's the problem. I think Protoss can actually push up into the main. Protoss can also keep just warping in. He's got the gateways.
Now, 4 Colossi here. Oh, man. You can't kill that. Not with the type of army ByuN has. ByuN's army has to run around, whittle things down. Heads up against this, zero chance.
No, I think even with bad positioning and targeting a building there, it does seem like he's just got enough. It doesn't really matter.
But his counterattack, I mean, we're almost in like a minor base trade here.
Well, I feel like I'm not seeing where the rest of Protoss's anything is. I mean,
Protoss's army supply is much lower than ByuN's.
Yeah.
Maybe ByuN, in this strange base trade, can do it.
Nah, I think he's got this, man. Again, ByuN has to go back to trying to mine minerals again. Protoss at least has the army. Oh, damn.
Well. And he has like 2 probes at the 4th base, right? He needs to move these 4.
These are all out of range.
Come on, ByuN. Oh, no, he's got a lot there now.
Terran's going to try to push. I guess you have to keep the pressure off of you, and the only way to do that is to try to attack them over and over again.
Yeah, he has to attack. He's got like 2 command centers and not many workers. Was that
those hallucinated probes? Yeah, I was. You know, we don't get to cast everything, but I think now we have.
All right, well, here comes ByuN. It's a scary army. Oh my God! The overcharge is healing up that very damaged Colossus. He sacked a lot of units trying to get it.
Yeah, and just obliterating anything it touches. This army is something I'm just not sure that ByuN can really find a solution for.
Yeah, he can't really fight it right now. He has to go around.
He is mining from that 3rd base location. The natural was never reclaimed. That being said, SOS is not completely comfortable here. A lot of his infrastructure was destroyed. He does have 2 mining bases here in the top left.
He's got a better economy and a bigger army. Before, at least, he had a much smaller army, but at this point, he's remade a lot of the units. He's on 3-2 upgrades against 2-1. ByuN he needs to make a miracle happen.
Right. So, I mean, SOS has the right idea in that he's in a spot where he can win. He just has to make sure that he's not going to, like, walk across the map with his entire army, and then Terran counterattacks again, and ByuN claws his way back into this game.
Yeah. I like that he's trying a little counterattack here. This is really smart. The production of ByuN is not super hot right now.
Right, every SCV that's killed is just huge. Okay, now he's going to come in with a push.
Yeah, okay, so this is ByuN's only chance, really. SOS, yeah, he's going to get in and target this. And yeah, with the recall,
yeah, that's
it,
all he has to do. I think he just looks at where the Terran attacks next. He recalls back there. So it should be over at this Nexus here. And again, I think he basically can't win from here. ByuN cannot. GG. Great series.
Yeah, yeah.
Very dramatic, very back and forth. Cool to see SOS winning.